Aloha everybody, Gabe here from the Hawaii Institute of Self-Reliance, his survival. Welcome back. Mahalo for watching. Today's video, I'm going to show you cacao and how to make chocolate. So this is a cacao pod. It's ready, it's ripe. You can tell by scratching it, there's no green. And you shake it and you can hear kind of a rattle. This is a cacao tree behind me. And if you've watched my channel, you probably are familiar with making chocolate because I make a lot of chocolate. And I farm it, grow it, Homestead. Stick around and check out this really cool process. Okay, here's a close-up of a cacao tree. Here's some pods that aren't quite ready. Maybe in the next couple weeks they'll be ready. Here's the leaf. Kind of a beautiful tree. I like the look of it. And that's a close-up of a cacao tree. Okay. Action! Okay, so now we're gonna crack these pods and he's gonna scoop out the beans to get ready to ferment. And I will show you what one of these looks like inside. It's not a good example, it's kind of slimy, but I'll get you a better example. There we go. Ooh, delicious. Well, yeah, this is a good one right here. This is a good one, good one. Get it while it's hot. There's some in there. Oh yeah. No, that's for you, man. You can eat that.
No, the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, but
Green on the outside, a little bit tart, but still.
they're not quite right, but
No.
It
close
tastes
enough.
like the color too.
Like limey kind of Jolly Rancher kind of taste. It's really good. And so in here, where he's putting the beans, we're going to ferment this for about 5 days, and only the beans get thrown in there. You don't want any rocks or any of the rind or anything. You don't want any of this. You want just the plain beans with the white around it, and you don't want any of this. This is what you don't want. And then after that is fermented, it's going to be dried for a few weeks. So the fermentation process takes about 5 days. And then the drying process takes about 2 weeks. It really depends on where you are. We are in the jungle, so it dries a little bit slower because of the moisture. So then after that, you have to grind them up, and they're just a bean. They're like a kind of dark brown. And then you grind those up into nibs, and then you roast them, and then you make a liqueur, adding your soy lecithin, your vanilla, your cocoa butter, cacao butter, or whatever the recipe calls for in the liqueur right before you make chocolate. And then you add the sugar into the liqueur, and then you temper and pour the chocolate, which is the last step. You pour it into the mold. So this one might not look so good. Yeah, it's not so good, a little rotten, but it'll still be fine because these beans are going to get fermented, and we just don't want any sprouted beans. Here are the beans being laid out to dry. They have been fermenting for roughly 5 days, and this is what they look like afterwards. And it takes about 2 weeks for these to dry in this certain climate, in the jungle. They kind of smell a little bit vinegary because they've been fermented, but it's a good vinegar smell. It's not a nasty vinegar smell. Some dried cacao beans They've been drying for about 2 weeks, and we want to make nibs out of them before they start to smell mushroomy and kind of funky. So here we go, dry cacao beans. So now this is the nibs. They've been crushed, taken from the bean after it's dried, and then crushed, and the chafe, most of the chafe, the outside of the bean has been separated, leaving only the nibs, and then this will be made into, actually it'll be roasted, and then it'll be made into liqueur, and then poured into chocolate. Okay, so yes, tempering chocolate is very similar to tempering a knife, kind of. You're basically aligning all the fat crystals into a certain hardness, I guess you call it, because when you get a chocolate bar and it is too rubbery, the temper isn't right, and if it's too crumbly, the temper isn't right. You got that snap, right? When you take a chocolate bar, you got that snap. That's when you know the temper is right. Well, I enjoyed making this video. I hope you liked this video. Comment, I'm here for any questions. I love the interaction between viewer and creator. And hit that red subscribe button for further videos, and make sure you hit the bell symbol to get notifications when I upload a video, and you can watch it and tell me what you think. And until next time, aloha!